Alright everybody, this is Austin of the Best I Can Afford Antiques channel. Went to a few thrift stores today. J.C. Woods, maybe? A couple of signed pieces by this person. I thought they were pretty neat. They've kind of got that gold plastic frame, so they must be sort of modern. I thought this was pretty cool. Signed by somebody, I couldn't quite make out who. McArtney? Little bluebird. Little Rottweiler in a cape. I don't know why that's happening. So I think these are all actual pictures. I don't know if they're publicity shots or what, from Gone with the Wind. I don't know, maybe they're postcards? They could be postcards. Sorry, there's a lot of glare there. Oh, I'm not going to show the top of this one because there's the enemy flag hanging from that particular war that we were in with ourselves. So yeah, I got some stuff today. I got we spent $60 altogether. I got a big old piece of modern art too. We're not going to talk about that just yet. I got a bunch of little sewing needles in their little packets. Most of them made in Germany. We'll just look through these real quick. This one has the alphabet for sign language on it for some reason. Justice for the deaf mute. American flag on the front. Japanese, made in Japan on the back. Look at this needle set. Pretty complete, pretty vintage needle set. I like the sewing stuff, and I've got a bunch of stuff for sewing kits, so I can throw some of this stuff in there and make a lot of sewing stuff seem a lot more desirable. That's my thought on it anyway. You know, I've got a bunch of thimbles and a bunch of cool old advertising. We print your friendly advertising message here. A stitch in time saves 9. And then a cute little, you know, very stereotypical poem about kids, babies, whatever. Superior needle book. Bunch of needles in here. Obviously some of these have been used and they're missing quite a few. I like this one quite a bit. We got 2 of the little rose ones. We got a little pin. Winn-Dixie Courtesy Award pin. I think it's been a while since there's been a Winn-Dixie around here, so I don't know. I figured that was at least vintage. Little stuff. You see I paid $1.99 for this. It's an old varying thermometer. You can use it for like deep fried stuff and stuff. But it seems like it's mostly in the box, so that's pretty neat. This was a bit of a surprise. I expected this to be like Fenton or, you know, somebody that made milk glass. But this is actually, if you can guess it before I can say it, I'll give you the credit. Let me clean off my lens. This is actually FireKing. So yeah, this is like a really vintage Pyrex, I think, is basically the equivalent. Kind of weird to have that gold gilt border on it. Got a book of sheet music from 1910. mandolin and guitar collection. So that's pretty interesting. Usually it's piano or something. To see a mandolin and guitar. Oh, and apparently guitar, banjo, and piano? Yeah, that's pretty neat. Well, I suppose if you can play the notes on a guitar, you can play it on a piano. So isn't that cool? 1910, some mandolin and guitar music. Got another glass dish. This one's pink. I think this would be relishes, maybe pickles, olives, what have you. I'm not sure the company. If I had to guess, it's somebody like Fenton or Chicago. Somebody like that. I got this pitcher, and unfortunately only 3 matching glasses. I think those were $6 altogether. I thought that was a pretty cool little set right there. Obviously amber, likely vintage glass. I don't know. I was hoping the pitcher might say something once I got it out of the shop, maybe just look at it a bit under the light, but I don't see anything. Then again, I'm sure this will be somewhat easy to identify as far as pieces of glass and stuff. I got another pitcher actually. This one says John and Carol, 1976, Rose. I'm not sure why it says any of that, but I do think it's an incredibly handsome picture. We're gonna get the pink dish out of the way here, so we can look at him just a little closer. You know what? I think I'm gonna bring my chair over here for this. I bought some. I don't ever do this, but I bought some adult magazines from the 70s at the same place we were buying some of this stuff. I know that sounds weird. It's not. It's so weird to explain. I'm not allowed to say anything even vaguely dirty. I'll just say, compared to what you can see now, they're so innocent. It's almost it's almost wholesome in comparison with what the internet has made available to people and their oddities. That's all I'm going to say about it, because I don't want to get in trouble here. But yeah, I got another picture, which I thought was super cool. Look at this fella. Look at that horse. Who did it say this was? John and Carol. And then it says Rose. Now this has to be a pretty good company, because that's really some pretty nice detail on just about all this. Got somebody riding through the streets, seemingly causing a commotion. Not exactly sure. Oh, I do like the little bit of green that's on there. That's nice. So I'll have to learn more about this, but this is actually... I wonder if he's being chased by this group of men. Huh, I wonder what this is talking about. I like this scroll work up here. This is a very fancy, cool little picture, especially from the 70s. I would have thought maybe earlier. Which, I mean, obviously it is 70s. I'm not arguing with the time on it or anything. I just, usually you see something all molded up and fancy like that. It's a bit earlier than the 70s. All right. We got 2 bottles. Got blue and green, so that's pretty nice. Look at these fellas. Now the one on the left is a blob top, I think. I don't know if you would call the one on the right a blob top or not. Let me try and get it to focus up on those. So yeah, I'm not positive the terminology. I'm pretty sure this one's a blob top. So anyway, this one must be pretty old. It's got the warning about can't reuse it, and that's typically the sign of an older glass bottle, and especially not having threads on the cap there. So if it didn't have a screw-on lid, Pretty fancy inside to this bottle. I'm unfamiliar with that maker mark, but I bet I've got a friend or something that knows about it. Cameras have a tough time focusing up on, especially like 2 layers of glass. 6542. Now somebody was telling me that the second number in that is sometimes the year of manufacture. I don't know how accurate that is though. But yeah, you see how much that nubbin in there goes in. I don't know. And then I like this one quite a bit. So we've got a seal right here, and this is actually a pretty stout little bubble of glass right there. It looks like a sword, and then I don't know if it's maybe like 2 little symbols or something, but it's definitely like a coat of arms. It's repeated on the opposite side. And look at the profile of that big old glob of glass right there. That's pretty neat. This one says, well, it says brandy up here. And then, same thing about the law to not reuse the bottle. And then on the bottom, can we even read that? Pedro Domico, Jerez, Spain. There's, at the bottom, there's Jerez, Spain. Up at the top is Pedro Domico. Let's see if I can get it to do it. There, I think that's about as good as we're going to get with glass. And that's a very handsome blue bottle. I like that one quite a bit. So yeah, almost done. Almost done. We spent $60 today. I haven't even shown you the giant piece of modern art that I got. I mean, it's so big. It's got to be 36 by 30 maybe. It's a big old fella. All right. Let's bring the light down to our level, because there's somebody I want you to meet here. I think these are neat, but I don't know enough about glass to say anything about them really. These are glass, and I thought they were neat. All right, hold on. I'm gonna take the stickers off of them. So these were both $4. This one appears to be a trout or a salmon. I liked this base. I think I've seen bases like that on very fancy pieces, and I'm not going to say who I think this might be, but I do think it might be a very known manufacturer, or place of manufacture at least. So yeah, I think he's a salmon. I think he's pretty good looking. It's crazy it's crazy all the stuff that shows through that. Is that just sticker on the bottom? Gross. Okay. But yeah, he's pretty good looking. I think we can all give him that. And then this fella. This fun bun. Let's get up closer to him, huh? You see what's going on in there? Do you see how crazy that is? What is this? Why is this like this? Now this one is definitely not Murano, because this one's actually got a maker's mark on it. Look at the ears. It looks like they just kind of scooped out like one little piece of glass. Do you see that wild color in there? What a crazy looking thing. I know it's got fingerprints all over it. Hold on one second. People make fun of me for wearing gloves, and then I get on here, I fingerprint everything. Stupid. Alright, we gotta get this fella in the light here. You know what we need? You know what we need, everybody? Probably need a white background of some sort. This is just like my polishing rag. Don't judge me right now. Do you see that now that there's a white behind it? And this is a heavy thing. This isn't a little junky light thing. I mean, if this is a paperweight, it's heavier than most paperweights. Do you see how wild this thing is, though? I'm like kind of obsessed with this. I mean, this is like a little splash of the universe inside here. Now, we go to the bottom and it's actually got a mark on it. Now, I don't know exactly who that is, but I think it says Wedgwood, England. Now, there's a couple of things called Wedgwood in England. Do you see the color in that glass still shining through? Isn't that crazy? Now, I only knew Wedgwood, both Wedgwoods, I only knew to make pottery and ceramics. So I'm not sure if this is going to be one of those Wedgwood companies or if this is an entirely different thing. I really don't know. Let's see if we can't, I think we can. I think we can do just about anything we want here. Look at all that craziness inside of that. Camera's having a tough time with it. You can't really blame him on that one. Look at that. Is that wild or what? Just for a bunny. This is just a glass bunny. So yeah, I'm gonna learn more about all this stuff that we got laying here. And figure out who made this fish maybe and who made this bunny. Well, I guess we know who made the bunny. Wedgwood, somebody from England. Figure out who made my picture. Everybody, it is an absolute delight talking to you guys all the time, consistently. I love doing it. I have really bad dry mouth. I had a bunch of Chinese food just a little bit ago. You ever had peanut butter chicken? Man, if you ain't had peanut butter chicken, my dudes. Seriously, like, share, comment, subscribe. Do any of those things you'd like to. I enjoy you people, so hopefully you're enjoying me. Hopefully we're still all friends. And I'll keep finding neat stuff to show you. And I'll continue to occasionally blow my own mind. Look at that thing. Oh my goodness. Is he not wild? Alright. Alright, this is Austin. Best I Can Afford Antiques channel. I love you guys.